When you're ready to create your first Google Doc, you can go to the nths219.org website, and you'll notice under Already a User, you can go directly to your Google Docs. When you click on that, you'll be asked to log in or to choose the account you want to use. Make sure you're using your nths219.org account. When we click Continue, what you'll notice is you'll come to your Google Docs page. On this page will be a variety of things. On the left-hand side are the folders you can organize all of your materials into. In the middle of the screen, you'll notice these are all of the documents that you own or have been shared by you. What we're going to do today, though, is we're going to create a brand new document. So I'm highlighting the Create New drop-down menu, which I will select a document from. A new tab will open up, and you'll see your brand new Google Doc. Hopefully you'll notice this is very similar to some word processors that you've probably already used, including something like Microsoft Word or perhaps OpenOffice. The first thing you want to do when you're looking at this is to give this a name. Right now it says Untitled Document in the box directly next to Google Docs. We want to make sure we give it a descriptive name. If you click on the box, you will be able to rename your document. We're going to use the naming system, the first letter of your first name followed by your entire last name, underscore, and then a descriptive title of what this document will be about. I'll call mine Test because I'm just doing it as a test. Once I click OK, you can see that I now have a new name for my document, and it's descriptive. The next thing that you should look at is notice that a lot of the toolbars look exactly the same as other word processors. You've got a File, Edit, View, Insert Format, Tools, Table, and Help, as well as all of a toolbar right below that contains all of the items that you will normally use in a document. This includes things like your font size. If you want to bold, italicize, or underline, you can change your text color, do some highlighting, center your text, indent. You can do numbered lists. You can also do bulleted lists. It's completely up to you. So if you just go ahead and type something in into this Google Doc, you will see that it comes up just like any normal document. You can type whatever you like directly into this. As you go, notice up on the top right hand corner, it's automatically saving for you every few seconds, so you don't have to worry about saving as you go. It will take care of that for you. So you can go ahead, you can type, you can change the size. I might want to put that in the middle. I'll pick one of my favorite fonts, and I can go ahead and type into this much like I would any other word processing document. Inserting a picture into a Google Doc is also very easy to do. There are a few ways you can go about inserting a picture. You can see here, I'm going to show you some pictures of my favorite type of dog. So let's go down a little bit so I can insert my picture. I can either go Insert, Image, or I can go over here and you can see that there's a little picture, and if you click on it, that's also Insert Image. You have 4 different options of how you can insert an image. The very first one is called Upload. That would be if you have a picture saved to your computer that you would like to upload from your computer into this document. If you click Browse, you'll notice that it put me right into my picture folder, and here's one of my pictures. I'll choose it and hit open. It's going to then upload that file and put it directly into your document. At this point, you can go ahead and make some minor modifications. For example, I'll go ahead and make this a little smaller. And notice that currently my picture is center alignment, which is fine. You could also make it to the left if you like that. So that's one way to insert a picture into your Google document. Let me return a couple more times. Let me show you some other ways. So I'll click on that picture again. Let's say you have a picture, you know it's at the URL, you have it saved somewhere onto a website, or you found it on a website. You can paste the website of the image. So let's give that a try. And notice that what will happen is it actually brings the image up directly for you as a preview. You do need to make sure that all of your pictures are under 2 megabytes, and you want to make sure that they're not huge in terms of the length and width, or else it won't be able to insert that into your document. This is the picture that I want, so I'll go ahead and click Select. And you'll notice there's my picture. I can do the exact same thing. I'm going to shrink it down a little bit so they all fit on the same page. And that's how you can insert directly from a website. Go down a couple more. Another option, you can actually do a Google image search. So here I'll say, I want you to find pictures of Labrador retrievers for me. And I want to search what Google comes up with. Then I can go through and there's a bunch of pictures here that I can choose from. I'm going to go ahead and choose this guy. And as soon as I highlight it, I can then click select. And it will insert that picture directly into my document. I'll resize it so that it fits nicely for me. And you can see if I start to try and bring everybody up onto the same page. And here's the pictures of all the different Labradors that I found in 3 different ways. I uploaded from my computer. I knew the website of the picture already. And then lastly, I had Google do a search for me. The very last one that you can do, if you happen to have a Picasa account, you can also go and log into your own Picasa account if you have pictures that you've taken that you would like to upload into your document. So that's also another option. Inserting a hyperlink into your Google Doc is also very easy. So right now I have a page titled Helpful Websites. I have a few websites that I like to use. For example, one of them is called Web Elements. So I'll go ahead and type that in. If I want to make a direct link to this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight where I'd like to make the link. And you'll see up here in the toolbar, we have this little insert link. If I click on it, it shows me the text that will be displayed, and those are the words Web Elements. And then you can go ahead and type in the web address of the site. So I'll put in webelements.com. And then I want to make sure that I typed it in right. So you can go ahead and click Test this link, and a new window will appear, and it will show you the website that it's currently pointing to. Yep, and this is the one I want. So I can close that and say yes. That's what I'd like. Notice now you have a few options. You can directly go to the link by clicking. You can also change at any point if you'd like to change the website that you're putting on there. You found something better perhaps. Or you can remove the link altogether. It will go back to just being words. Another easy way is you can go ahead and directly type in a website. So I'll use the same website. And as soon as I hit enter, notice that it automatically links that and makes it a hyperlink for me. If I click anywhere on it, notice the same box comes up. I can go to the website, I can make changes, or I can remove it. So let's say perhaps I want to change and say, well, I don't want the website to show up. I want it to say cool periodic table instead. Notice that I'm changing the text, but the website itself stays the same. The last thing we're going to look at is how I can modify the share settings on my Google document. One of the great things about Google Docs is that you can share and have multiple collaborators, which means multiple people can be adding to this document from very different computers at different times of the day, kind of an anywhere, anytime live document. So what you want to do is once you have created your document, you want to go ahead and share it with the people that you'd like to be able to edit and add to your document. Up here in the right hand corner you can see it does say share. It's a drop down menu. So I'm going to first look at my sharing settings. So if I click, there's a few things I can look at. Number one, right now it is private. I am the only person who can make any kind of modifications to this document, and I'm called the owner since I created it under my account. Something I can do, however, is add people that I'd like to share this with. So perhaps I have a friend I'd like to share a list with, or we're working on a document for a school project. If I click here to add people, there's a few ways you can add. You can choose people from your contacts. That will be people who are already in your mail accounts that you send emails to on a regular basis. You can choose there. You can also start typing, and a list of people will come up that you can choose from. One of the things you want to make sure you do is, I'll add myself here, is here you have the option of an editor or a viewer only. If you click on Can Edit, that means the person can go in and make any changes. So they can add or delete any information that is in this document. The second option is Can View. That means someone can only look at the document, but they can't make any modifications. You probably want to leave most people as editors so they can make changes. The nice thing about Google Docs is every time you make a change, Google Docs will actually save all of the different revisions, so you can always go back if someone accidentally deletes something or you don't think it should have been deleted. You can go back to prior versions, so nothing is ever really lost, which is a very nice feature. So once I've added in all of the people that I'd like to share this document with, I want to send them a little note that tells them what I expect them to do. So I'll say, please add your thoughts on this document. Okay, they can go in and they can add whatever they like. Now notice some of your options. You can send a copy to yourself if you like. You can paste the item directly into the email. And then the last one is if you just want to send an email notification. This will send an email to everyone on your list of add people, giving them a direct link to the document and telling them that you have shared with them. At this point, you can hit share. And you'll notice that if you were to put in additional people, they would come up as editors. So let me try. I can pick anyone from my list again. Make sure it says Can Edit, and then I can hit share. So how about we'll try an outside email address, which is sometimes people don't have email addresses at Niles in case it's somebody outside. You can also add in any kind of account. You say Can Edit. I'm going to go ahead and hit share. And it says it is outside of this particular domain. Are you sure you would like to share? And I'll go ahead and hit yes. You can now see that that email address is listed as an editor. You can change that at any time. You can also delete that person anytime you want. The last thing you might notice is up here under permissions, it does say private, so only the people listed below can access. You can also change that. You can make it public on the web so anybody can find it. You can make just anyone who has the direct link. You can have anyone who is in your particular group or people in your group who have the link. For right now, I'm going to keep it private. And I'm just going to allow the people that are directly on this list to be able to make changes and to view my document. Other things you can do in the share menu is the drop down. If you want to email and say, I made some changes, why don't you go ahead and look at them? One of the things you can do is email the editors or viewers. The nice thing is everyone who is an editor or a viewer will come up on the list and you can just send one email. So please look at the changes I made to our list. I can send a copy to myself. I can put it to the document directly into the email. I'm not going to do either one of those, but I can hit send, and it'll send a website link to all of the people on that email list so that they know that you've made changes and they can go in and look at what you've done.